Yo, 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 how everybody doing? How everybody doing? Ain't nobody just me on this live. First live on my personal page. Yeah, just me just talking and chatting. So I'm probably gonna have two pages because I'm gonna have this page and my Talk to Al page. That's gonna be more of my business page. Uh, but then this page is gonna be just me, just like talking random thoughts. People that be liking, yeah, just random thoughts that I be having and people around me be wanting to discuss, or I have live discussions with people. Uh, yeah, even concepts and thoughts that I will be going over. Hey, don't worry about that. Oh, have some technical difficulties right now. Crap. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. I'll be back up in a quick minute. There we go. This way y'all can get a good look at me. Okay. So let's go over discussions I have with what is it? ChatGPT. Pull this up. I don't know if y'all can see it. Y'all probably can't see it right now, but yeah, I will be able to. Give me a second. So this window. How y'all doing today? Everybody doing good? Yeah. So let me see if I can log into some of my previous discussions that I had with ChatGPT. Oh, see, I liked this one right here. This one right here. Hopefully y'all see that. Probably not. But let me see. Oh, perfect. Okay. So this will be no. Okay. Let's go. We'll talk about so this is like some of the conversations I have with ChatGPT. This is I've noticed some people create their toxic some people create their own toxic volatile atmospheres, in some cases unknowingly. Soon after creating that environment, they don't want to be in that atmosphere of tension and volatility that they stirred up, even when responding to kindly. And I asked ChatGPT, are there any stories in the Bible that reflect this concept that you can expound on? also sure what I should be thinking about or what I may not have considered. Is uh, the reason I came up with this is just because, like, at one time doing just at work, um, yeah, just one time at work, I was just dealing with some type of conflict. I was dealing with a conflict with my boss, and she was feeling some type of way about. Um, oh, actually, not. It was actually a customer. So a customer came in, and she just was like, "Oh well, you guys don't have this debit card. You know how you go to the bank and you try to get a debit card," and she was just so like furious about it that the debit card we didn't have a debit card machine, and the branch she go to normally has a debit card machine, and but that branch was being rehabbed for like remodeling and just carpet things of this sort. Uh, so she wanted us to magically have a debit card machine, or also change this, even though we had a sign up saying the debit card machines was at other locations. She still wanted us to take off the she wanted us to take off the location that she go to because it was under construction, so we should take it off the flyer. Uh, so because it says it up there. It was just weird. So pretty much she created this hostile toxic energy, like toxic atmosphere uh that everybody can feel, especially me since she was like right in front of me. Uh, so she created this toxic atmosphere, and then like wants to draw you into that energy or want you to respond just as well, even though she created that atmosphere. Pretty much like creating a storm. Like say that she asked for the storm, or she wanted a storm to be a lightning storm. Like that's not no just like rain, light rain or something. This is like lightning storm that she causing where the wind is blowing hard, and she's creating this, and then you happen to be in it. The problem is you like I don't want to be in no storm. Like I don't want to be outside. I want to be where it's safe. So the problem is you kind of like in position where even though in the physical you might be at work or behind a desk or behind a glass, that that storm can come through that glass, like because it's not necessarily physical. It's spiritual. So the energy is like everywhere, everywhere. So other people can feel it. You can feel it. She putting it out not unknowingly. That's why I also put in the question at the top. She doing this unknowingly. Um, unknowingly putting this energy out and creating this atmosphere, creating this storm, this spiritual storm unknowingly. And the problem is you still have to respond uh correctly or executively, um, even though she created the storm that you didn't want to be in. So I wanted to see just what so I just want to see what ChatGPT thought about it. Uh, you know, because in some cases some people may want to also participate in the storm or react violently as well, not physically violently, but when it comes to that spiritually violently, meaning with their voice, with their attitude, with their tone, maybe even raising your energy to her level, raising that energy to another level to combat the energy that person is that she was putting out unknowingly, just because she was upset or things wasn't going her way. Uh, and she wanted me to go change the sign. The thing is, she wanted me to go change the sign to fit how she was feeling, and I didn't move or react. I was like, well, that's actually above my pay grade. Above my pay grade, But as you get to know me, as you follow me, you can get to know me. I'm like real goofy, so I can say I can respond in some different ways and clever ways that can get me out of certain situations. So you know, uh, distance myself or separate myself from the issue or the problem, and saying, isolate them with the, make sure they, saying, like, that I'm not connected to the problem at all. I'm not in the cage with you. Like, I'm not in the cage with you trying to see what your problem is. No, no, I can see your problem outside the cage. So I don't need to be in the cage with you to see what the problem is. And you in the cage, that's the problem. I'm like, what the heck? So so this was ChatGPT said, my bad if I kind of ran it kind of long, but went on kind of long, but yeah, this is what ChatGPT said. It said this that was a sharp insight, and it hits on a timeless truth. People can unconsciously generate chaos and then resent the discomfort it brings, even when others respond with grace. Scripture captures this dynamic often because human nature hasn't changed much since Eden. Let's unpack a few biblical parallels and then explore what you should be thinking about beneath the surface. Okay, so here's the biblical stories reflecting some self-created toxic environments. Saul and David. Saul's insecurity and jealousy towards David created the very atmosphere that tormented him. Triggered David's success and public praise. Saul had slain his thousands, David his tens of thousands. His reaction, instead of celebrating Saul's envy, consumed him. He threw spears, literally and metaphorically. So the outcome was Saul's paranoia alienated his own family and soldiers, driving him into isolation. Lesson: when insecurity drives perception, even kindness feels like threat. Saul's world became toxic because he projected hostility where there was loyalty. So in this case, um, when it comes to like Saul and David, uh, Saul, it seems like Saul was very insecure, insecurity, meaning like he may not think his talents or gifts was enough. So, and you can see that by when it said Saul has slain thousands, which is good, like which is good, like uh, and the first thing I came with, like the first thing, like even when it comes to my mind, I mean thinking about this, it's like, okay, well, so you killed 1,000 bugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's good. Like, what's the problem with that? Now he's like, no, I'm jealous because David killed 10,000 bugs. Why was you killing bugs? Like, what the heck? Like, what was we talking? Like, what is we talking about? So he, like, instead of celebrating, instead of celebrating David killing 10,000 bugs, you killed 1,000. What you doing with the best you can with the thousand that you killed? The thousand that you killed, we appreciate the thousand. Like I appreciate the thousand that you put up. Like some people, they running and scurrying. They like, oh, it's a spider. Well, they not even killing one spider. We trying to kill thousands of them. Like you killed thousands of them. Like, come on, man. Like, especially your coworkers. They scared to kill a spider. Like they sending me to kill a spider. Like, come on, man. Saul's very envy consumed him. He threw spears, literally and metaphorically. So Saul's paranoia alienated his own family and soldiers, driving him into isolation. So, in other words, he was so mad and upset of David being able to just do a little bit more, like maybe 10x more. Like I could do it just a little bit. He could just do a little bit more, or somewhat, or a lot more in some cases, which is good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like don't that free, but the thing, same time, doesn't that free you up from having to do more yourself? Like you losing less energy, so you mad at somebody using more energy. Or in other words, you saving energy to do something else, to mind your business, go to the store, watch a TV show, kick your feet up, you know what I'm saying? Put popcorn, warm up some popcorn. That's some good energy. Like you could be using. Like that sound like relaxing energy to me. Except for you using that energy, you use your energy for jealousy, for what I'm saying, jealousy and envy, and being and using that insecurity. When the insecurity drives perception, even kindness feels like a threat. Saul's world became toxic because he projected hostility where there was loyalty. That's like some things just don't be making sense to me. So, because you got energy to do other things than be jealous of another man. Like that's just wild to me. So let's go to the next one. All right. Sarah, Hagar, and Abraham. Sarah's impatience with God's promise led her to help God out by giving Hagar to Abraham. To trigger impatience and fear of being left behind by destiny. The reaction when Hagar conceived, Sarah despised her own decision and blamed Abraham. The outcome, a household of tension and resentment. Both women suffered, and the division echoed through generations. Lesson: We went. We act from impatience or control. We often create situations that reflect our internal unrest, then want escape from the very thing we engineered, which is very true. Sarah's impatience with God promise led her to help God out by giving Hagar to Abraham, which she was kind of rushing when, and from what this storyline discussions talk about, it says she was rushing to have a child and not just necessarily taking her time when it was inevitable that she was going to get pregnant. God already had in the plan that he was going to get that she's going to get pregnant. It's just like no different than I just try to compare this to like sports and stuff like that. So like in sports, if you're a good hitter, it's a amount of time before you hit a home run. And how you get your home run, if it's over the fence or inside the park, a home run is a home run. Like how you get it, how you get it. But you got to be playing sports, or you got to be doing it. Like you got to be in the game. Your head got to be in the game. You got to be um, locked in, or you got to be in reality. And really, you just gotta have faith, and also just being to um, committed to winning. Like committed to winning, because if you plan to win the game, then you foresee these outcomes. Foresee these outcomes on some of these outcomes, or you imagine some of these outcomes to where these things are possible for you. Like especially if you win a game, you imagine yourself hitting that home run. You imagine yourself um, with like hitting the ball hard, or knocking down that shot, or catching a touchdown pass, like before it even happens, before y'all to win. Like, because if you losing, then you down, if your team is losing, or in this case, if she's not, what I'm saying, you're not getting pregnant, or you're not pregnant, or you haven't started your family, that if you planning to win in life, these things gonna happen. Like these things gonna happen, and you planning for these things, or you position yourself for these things to happen. So, in her case, she was just being very impatient and not allowing God to deliver on that promise when God already had in the plan for these things to happen. And now she's trying to untangle herself from she's untangle herself from previous decisions that could have been avoided, or not even uh, something that she doesn't have to do in the physical to untangle, because now she tangled up in things, or she had things that's more or yarn, different yarn, now wrapped up in the ball that shouldn't even be in the that should be wrapped in it, and that's like and that's unfortunate. So we go to number three: the Israelites in the wilderness. The Israelites in the wilderness, Numbers 11 through 14. They complained about God's provision, leadership, and direction until their grumbling became spiritual and contagious. So the trigger discomfort and boredom with manna and desert monotony. reaction. They romanticize Egypt, the place of their oppression. Outcome, God granted their complaints, but it led to leanness in their souls. Lesson, habitude complaining invites a spiritual climate of depletion. You can't breathe peace in an atmosphere you're poisoned with discontent. With discontent. Uh, so in this one, let's say numbers 11 through 14. I wish I had more time to like. Cause I'm trying to keep. I don't want to. This is my first video, so I'm trying to keep it. Hopefully, I can keep it underneath the hour. But to dive, I'm gonna have to do like a deeper dive on like numbers 11, chapter 11 through 14, just to give more background on what was actually going on. What was going on in that during that time, at that time doing numbers. So from based off what ChatGPT was sharing, they complained about God's provision, leadership, and direction until their grumbling became a spiritual uh, contagion. This discomfort and boredom with manna and in the desert. So pretty much it's just saying like it's just been dry, entertainment out here is things ain't like they how they want it to be. Um Man, the water kinda, what I'm saying, got something in it, what I'm saying? Even the water ain't clean, they complain about everything. Ain't nothing to do out there. What I'm saying? What I'm saying? Especially if you like in like states that people don't normally go in, like like South Dakota or something, or these are states on top of my head. It's probably some stuff to do in South Dakota. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but like states that people don't normally vacation in, like like Iowa, Nebraska, like just like places that people just don't go. They don't plan to go. They just there and be like, man, ain't nothing to do out here. It's like trash. And God got us out here in the wilderness. This is crazy. So they romanticize about Egypt, which is like okay, they romanticizing about Las Vegas, like oh man, they romanticize. Oh no, that's backwards. I'm sorry. Yeah, they say they romanticize about Egypt being a slave. No, pretty much no. It's the same thing. No. Keep it the same. Yeah, they a place of sin. Egypt was pretty much a place of sin. Place people was sinning like drinking, partying, smoking, drinking, all this hanging out, fornicating, things of that sort. Heavily, like what I'm saying, aggressively, over more than normal. So um so they pretty much were doing that told a lot. Um uh, thinking about it, imagining laying down, like, oh man, I can't wait to go back to Vegas. What I'm saying? I can't wait to go back to kicking it and partying and doing these things. So, God was like, man, I'm getting tired. Yeah, it's all good. Man. You know what? Y'all want to be happy. Y'all want to do this. Y'all complaining and it's been a month. It's been 2 months and y'all just like dragging. So God granted they complaints, but they wasn't really receiving what God really wanted for them was, a better spirit, a holy spirit, a better, what I'm saying, a better soul, and uh, giving sending them to the promised land, which is like, what I'm saying, a place of peace. What I'm saying, like the beach. Like, uh, but and tropical sun. What I'm saying, because not far from Vegas. Vegas, you in the desert, like literally. They just God is trying to think about this, like think about okay, you might be in the desert. You might could be in the desert. Leaving Vegas, you in the desert. Like if you walk in from Vegas, because back then they had Teslas and what I'm saying, speed trains and nothing like that. And airplanes. If you leaving from Vegas, if you've been to Vegas, even on the airplane, it ain't nothing but deserts. So if you walking from Vegas to California to Los Angeles to the beach, It's a long walk. It's gonna take some time. And it's gonna take some time. It could be taking 40 days, literally. It could take 40 days, literally. So they complaining about something that is destined to be yours. Like you not knowing where we hit. Like I like you don't know what I'm taking you to. Like you would it's sunshine and grapes and like great things, like amazing things, peaches, coconuts. So yeah, they just being discontent and creating like bad atmosphere, especially on a long walk and long journey, going to where they need to go to. So yeah, so think about that as well. Um, so and also this was it. All this is still, again. Let's go back to what I was saying. Title of the video, just understanding like the energy and atmospheres people create when their spirits are in discomfort or they're not getting their way, they complain and they sit in discontentment. Uh, uh, in my cases, in a lot of my probably my analogies and metaphors, I'll be using like sports, for example, when we are down by five, we losing the game, spirits are low, heads are down, uh, um, they passing off blame to other people, things of that sort. So, yeah, just keep these things in mind. So here's the next one. You got number four with Jezebel and Ahab. Jezebel manipulates systems of power to get what she wanted, dragging Ahab deeper into compromise. Um Trigger is desire and entitlement. Reaction, she weaponized authority to destroy. And the outcome of the environment of this deceit, violence consumed her household. Lesson and manipulation masquerades as strategy. The fallout always becomes emotional toxicity. No one escapes touched. So in this case, with Jezebel manipulated systems of power to get what she wanted, dragging Ahab deeper into the compromise. And this also is the same as I think and go back to like Adam and Eve when um when she was deceived when she had him to eat the fruit as well. Uh when and which she could have just been doing this to like, please her, which she was just compromising. In this case, her desire and entitlement, and she misused. She created uncomfortable atmospheres, uncomfortable environments, toxic environments. eh, Meaning she created the storm, knowing it was a storm, to put him in a bad, put him in, put not just him, but people, also others, in bad situations where uh they was not in the best. They don't have maybe they may not have the best characters, or which a lot of people don't like 99%, which is like why we have the 1% of people that do like attend church on a regular basis or in spiritual uh program like development spaces, like just in like different spiritual realms and environments and uh, faith communities and whatever you believe in. Um, but this one I'm just specifically talking about the Bible. And, but if you're not in those type of environments, in most cases, if you're just in the wilderness, more likely you don't have a spiritual foundation, but you could have a strong identity. Meaning, like you have, or like, well, not a strong identity. You could have a strong spirit, but that spirit may not be rooted in um, like spiritual principles or like a spiritual foundation where it's like attached to. Um, uh, and so sometimes they can stifle some people like spiritual growth, especially if they don't know how to you know, they can't scale their spirit. Their spirits cannot go higher like if you using it like their business concept of scaling. Some people's spirits can't scale, grow higher, uh, uh, and it can't fly higher just because they don't have the ability to. They don't have no navigational system or even like a, a guide that helps them take it to another level. Someone, so in other words, you can someone with the same similar spirit, or yes, someone with a similar spirit that you may have seen in one environment. When it comes to you, like I'm pretty sure women see this a lot. Or just men too. I'm pretty both, especially if you again go back to I like to use sports and some sports guys. If you got people on your team, or even if you got coworkers, if you work in a working environment, if you've been in some working environments or some teams where saying you're like, oh, this person acts like this person because they have this type of spirit, they have this type of energy, they bring this impact to the table or value to the table, these type of traits, meaning they can like build people morale. They very encouraging, very supportive, or they are just busybodies, or they just have um, um, great leadership. Meaning when it comes to like showing others, being there for others, um, not allowing people to just like um, drown in in their sorrows or their mishaps or not knowing something, or they may not be as gifted when it comes to like talent, uh, and these characteristics are great when it comes to like building up the team or getting the team ahead, uh, moving the team ahead, or just helping like the morale of the team, and the energy, the spirit, like getting everybody in a good mood. And some people, luckily, but you could see these same spirits in the wilderness too, and some of these spirits are operating. They use it. They could be using it for the wrong things. In her case, she used it to weaponize the authority and to destroy. She used it for not necessarily for. She used it for her good, and whatever that looks like for her, which is was and biblical. From the biblical story, she used it for in a negative way. But in her eyes, it was for her good, which is was just like selfish way, but because it's for her, it's more for her prosperity. And in most cases, a lot of the spirits that have this type of strong spirits that have this type of like knowledge or discernment or intellect, they can become very selfish with that type of information and spiritual knowledge and information, and they can use it for self growth, self development. Well, which ain't nothing wrong with doing it for self development, but when it's like uh, when you're in position to lead others or your decisions affect a multitude of people, and that can be very dangerous and negative when it comes to like the community and the body of people that's in that atmosphere in that area. And also, this is what this is what ChatGPT said I should be thinking about. Energy echoes, environments are mirrors of internal states. When tension repeatedly shows up around you, it's worth asking, what am I tolerating or enabling or unconsciously matching? Toxicity often sustains itself through participation, not just initiation. Emotional stewardship, even when you didn't start the fire, you're responsible for managing your peace within it. Responding kindly isn't weakness, it's a boundary intelligence, but potential exposure without discernment drains discernment itself. I like actually, and this one could be hard to like for a lot of people. Emotional stewardship that can be very difficult for like the 99. Uh, so usually, God usually has that one, but the 99 really having a tough time. Don't have really have a tough time with that one, just because like sometimes people like to fight fire with fire, uh, and not fight with calmness or like I said, with discernment. Pattern versus personality. Don't just look at who creates toxicity. Observe how patterns often outlive the people attached to them, which is true. If you can name the pattern, insecurity loop, control spiral, etc., you can break its cycle without needing to fix the person. Which is I can see that. Let me just look at who creates toxicity. Observe how patterns often. Yeah. I see where it's coming from that. So meaning, sometimes people carry those patterns. And this case, this is the first thing I came to mind that she didn't norm like going back to the story I said before when a customer came in about about something, and we talking about something simple as a debit card, like like easy fix. We gonna take care of it. You may have to drive another mile or two to another highway or two neighborhoods over, two zip codes over to go get it. That what I'm saying. That's just something just like so simple, like less than $10. Like but certain days people it can get the best of people. But again, like I said, going back to the emotional stewardship, where 99, uh, and what she's you were doing, you the one that God is looking for. You the one that God chose to respond correctly, to respond kindly. Isn't weakness; it's a boundary of intelligence, but potential exposure without discernment drains discernment itself. So you just want to make sure that you responding kindly, just because she's 99, and you just got and you got to show her or them like why God chose you and you the one, and and they actually, God chose you to handle that situation because He know that you was gonna respond correctly. You was gonna have a kingdom response, and maintain your composure and respond correctly, which I did. It might have been kind of like little clever. Has we troll a little bit, but yeah, you gotta have fun too. You gotta enjoy life. Have fun too along the way, along the journey as you travel through this spiritual journey. So the hidden uh, cost of peacekeeping. Some confuse keeping peace with avoiding conflict. True peace sometimes meaning allowing disruption to reveal disease. God often exposes what people try to hide in order to heal what's being festering. What's being festering, which is very true because these people can be going through a lot, and they can be having a lot of these battles at home, and and that was one of the main things I thought about, and like I'm like, man, this is the main person God want me to help. Like, this was what God been talking about, and the meetings at church and going through Bible studies after Bible study. I'm like, these are people that God was talking about. That need the ones that's frustrated and need help because So like I just gotta keep my composure, you know what I'm saying? Just keep my composure and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just be having trying to enjoy myself and have a good time and like win and you know what I'm saying, just win and you know, position myself to win in that situation and knowing that God gonna uh show me good on you know, help me on the other side of it. Even though they might be swinging, throwing swords and throwing spears, and this is all happening spiritually. Uh, Within the conversation with words, us going back and forth with words and me using godly language, where she could be just using language of the wilderness, language of the culture, unknowingly, like unconscious language, and me just responding with godly language and staying firm, like staying firm and tight on that language, and like 10 toes down on the language, 10 toes down on it, like locking in, and throughout the whole like through the storm, just locking in on, just like locking in on like. Yeah, she like, you know what I'm saying? I could beat her. This easy. Like, come on, like God sent that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The devil sent that, or how you choose to see it. Like, the wilderness sent that. Like, the culture sent that. This is what you got. You know what I'm saying? This is what they got. I should be able to beat this. I'm not. It's not even. We not. I'm not even in the executive meeting, or you know what I'm saying. I'm not even in the. I'm not seeing. I'm not with Trump sitting amongst the kings. You know what I'm saying? Not amongst the like the leader, world leaders or something. Like we not in that type of room. I'm just at the bank amongst you know regular community people. Like if I can't beat her, ain't no way I could be the one with Trump when he's sitting amongst the kings, like amongst the kings, and they asking even more intelligent questions, chapter 20 questions, like chapter 20 questions, and want your notebooks in front of y'all. Y'all gotta answer the question on the spot. Ain't no answer, detail. So yeah, yeah. So you know, just thinking about that. So you know, what I'm saying make sure you know they didn't 99. You the one. We the ones. And you're gonna hear that a lot, you know what I'm saying? We the ones, you know what I'm saying? But you got, you know what I'm saying, you hear that a lot amongst people that's competitive in sports and stuff, like, you know. So, okay, back to what we talking about. Reflective prompt. Am I cultivating and merely surviving in my current atmosphere, or what internal pushing in me allows this environment to persist? Uh, am I cultivating it or really surviving? Well, we cultivating. Yeah, we're not really surviving. It ain't really surviving. It ain't close. Okay. It's not even close game. It's not even close game because you don't even know. Like you gotta realize that a lot of people, when you the one, the 99, sometimes they don't. They not even worried. They not even participating. It's you losing to people that's not even participants. They not even like they haven't they're not even joining the race or in the race. So if you running, so if you running like a 5K marathon and these people not even in the race, how are you losing? You're not losing. You winning. You actually winning the whole time. You getting further and further ahead. Like because they not even on the path. Literally not. They not even on the path. You might have met them on they might have been sitting on the path, like you know what I'm saying, in the atmosphere or in the proximity of the path. And that's how you talk to them literally along your way of the marathon. Some people just in proximity of the path that you on. Not they was never in the race. They was never a participant. They never joined. They never stepped foot. They never prepared themselves or anything. And you can be literally stopping what you doing, the path that you on to win the race, because you already on the path to win. You know what I'm saying? You at the start. You was there at the start. Literally, it's there literally at the start. They started the race. You got a mile into the race to stop to to be triggered by people that was never participating. we gotta stay, you gotta be locked in. We gotta recognize, saying, certain spirits, saying, certain people, and understand who actually in and who ain't, because they the 99, we the ones, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta stay focused and stay locked in, because some people not even in the race, and we can be out here, uh, knocked off course, and no, not even knocked off course, slow down for no reason, slow down for no reason, slow down. You just slow down for no reason, just like, it's just not making sense. It's like, it's just not making sense, and we not focused on what we need to be focused on. It's just winning a race. And you can literally, even if you walk, some of us are walking, some of us sleep, some of us some of us taking naps. Big naps over here. You know what I'm saying? Like long naps. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter, no matter. I can get up, show up to work, and be locked in the storm, easy money. Like it's not even close. I'm the one. They the 99. They the, I'm the one. They the 99. When that's the mindset, I'm not sure what. I'm the one. You the 99. Like, you gotta get it together. You gotta get it together, because I'm finna answer correctly every time. Every time. You gonna have to get it together, because ain't no matter what you said, because I know you using culture. You using, like, you use your culture language. Like, it's not even biblical close to biblical. Your patterns ain't even close. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Come on now. I can see it on your skin. I can see it on your skin. Oh man. I can see it on your skin. I can see it in your eyes. It's brown. Oh my God, it's turning red. Oh man. Oh my God, you've been drinking. Trust me. I can see it. I can see it. Oh my God, you not know, because when you own it, when you locked in into your workouts, when you locked in to eating right, when you locked in into studying, when you locked in to reading the words, and you locked in to knowing what God said, when you locked in to your highlights in your Bible, you get locked in. So I know what it says. Oh, it says it right. Oh, it's highlighted. Somebody must have read it. This highlight ain't just get it. Come on now. These highlights ain't just get there. Come on now. Somebody put them highlights right there. Come on now. Somebody put them highlights right there. And this wasn't just yesterday. Come on now. Stop playing. Stop playing. We the 99. Hey, we the ones. Not the 99. Just believe. And even if you just walking, just keep walking. Even if you walking, just keep walking. Just keep walking, because they not even on the path. They just in proximity of the runway. And they're just in proximity of the route. Because you just happen to be on the way. I happen to meet you on the way. And it's not gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a short time, not a long time. We gonna keep it short. We got to, because I gotta keep going. All right. I mean, that might be my yeah. It's getting close. I think it's my time. Well, I got more. I got more as y'all can see. I got more. I got to be talking to ChatGPT about. If you need help with your ChatGPT setting your stuff up and looking into it, will be helping y'all out with that. It's gonna be on my Talk to Al page. I'll probably have that in the description, the futures below. If you want help on, like, structuring your business, your back office, things of that sort, so I'll help you fix that. But let me go to back to my YouTube page. That's wild. 0 people. That's crazy. 0 live people. But I'm pretty sure y'all see this in the future. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for watching the video. Hit your boy up. Comment, like, subscribe. They the 99s, we the ones.